so much about them damn PCD. Let's talk about Pussycat Dolls. So before I even got around to like we already knew for like a while, like past couple of days, even before it was officially announced, there was rumors floating around that yeah, PCD was getting back together and they were reuniting. So, I guess they were expecting how many girls was initially in the group? Wasn't it like 6? And the girls were interchangeable. So there was a lot of revolving doors surrounding the Pussycat Dolls. So many girls was coming in and out. Jessica Sutter was a part of the group. She was the first one to leave. Then we had Carmit left. And then Jessica Sutter years later came around accusing Robert Anton of running a brothel, saying that a lot of the girls was out here selling pussy for currency in regards of whatever was going on. So there was a lot of stuff she was saying. Robert Anson ended up suing the Daily Mail because that's who Jessica went to spill the tea regarding those allegations against Robin. Why didn't Robin sue Jessica? I don't know. But because she the one that said it, but you saw in the paper. Then there was this deep dive I went into that apparently Robin's been going through years of debt where she had a studio that she wasn't paying rent on, that she was caught up in a lot of debts, taking out loans and stuff in the bank and and it was getting her payment on that was getting bigger because you taking payments out saying that you're gonna be able to pay the difference or whatever. She couldn't even keep up with that. So she was always in financial debt. Then she goes and sues Nicole because she wasn't fulfilling her obligations. And Nicole, I guess, because she's smart and she had her attorneys look into some of Robin's affairs and was able to one up Robin on a couple of situations because she was like, "Yeah, I'm not coming back for this content," and was trying to like formulate this narrative that Nicole was being difficult, that Nicole was the one out here not wanting to do the PCD reunions, all the other stuff was being nasty to her fans. It wasn't her. It was Robin who was being messy behind the scenes with a lot of stuff. So, um, this is all the stuff I was learning about today. And that's just like surface stuff that I'm giving you. But I don't want to be here all day trying to give you all a deep dive. But in addition to all this mess, apparently PCD has announced they're going on a reunion. But it's only two of the girls is coming back along with Nicole. Oh, I said it was Jessica Sutter. It was Kaya Jones who was the one that came out and made the allegations against Robert Anton. Jessica Sutter is actually one of the girls from PCD. It was like, it was a lot of girls that was in this group. And so let's get into the tea. So the Pussycat Dolls have announced a reunion as a trio featuring Nicole Scherzinger. No, Jessica Sutter isn't in the group. It was she was in the group. So it was Nicole, Kimberly White, and Ashley Roberts. And funny enough, the last time we saw Kimberly and Ashley, they did an episode of Drag Race UK versus the World, the one that's currently airing. They did the Snatch Game episode, which was terrible, but they were on the panel as the ones that were asking the snatch questions or whatever. So Club Song, they also released that as a song, and they have a global tour set for the United States, Europe, and the UK. And look, this is the first time we heard new music from them in 6 years because the last time they came out with a song was React. And that song was supposed to come out in coalition with an announcement for a tour. But then that didn't happen. And then that song came out. The video was cute. I like the waterography and all that other stuff that was going on. The girls were selling pussy up in the video. And there was that. But then, of course, there was the mess that was going on behind the scenes mess with her and Robin, well, Nicole and Robin. And um, we haven't heard from them since. But apparently, I guess they worked things out because I'm like, what's still going on with the lawsuit? Is it still ongoing? Like, these are things that I'm definitely curious about. But um, the song was produced by Mike Sabbath, who co-wrote with Scherzinger. And when you hear the song, well, it was her, Caroline Allen, Aylin, and Solly. Weird enough, the song is 2.5 minutes. So why did you need so many songwriters on one short ass song? But when you listen to the song, it definitely feels signature PCD. Now, what I'm curious about is that does this mean we're getting a Pussycat Dolls album? Or is it just this one song and then it's going to go on tour with these three? I'm genuinely curious to see how they're going to develop all of this because actually, I don't mind them as a trilogy. They kind of look good as just three of them. I mean, we know Kimberly White, we know Ashley, they're part of the group. I know I've heard some people say if Carmit doesn't come back, if Melody doesn't come back, then I don't want it. And no shade, but The way that this girl group was formulated, especially because I don't feel like Robin has been forthright with a lot of what was going on with the Pussycat Dolls and her intentions for this group. Because I do feel like Nicole is Pussycat Dolls. Solo career, y'all didn't care. I like some of the songs she came out with, but overall, her as an individual, nobody cares for Nicole Scherzinger as a solo act. She looks much better as part of a group. Remember, once upon a time, she was in Eden's Crush. That group came and went like a wet fart, and now she had to come back and reinvent herself to be a part of another group. So she works better in a group rather than on her own, because otherwise, y'all don't care. And to me, I feel like if Robin from the beginning would have just been honest and like, you know what? I'm creating Pussycat Dolls as I have one girl who could sing and dance, who could do both, do all the heavy lifting with the singing and stuff, and then we'll have these girls come do a little huh, 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 like that. That is as much vocal ability y'all need to give. A little ooh and ah and a coo, or hit one of them notes. I don't need you to do a full on yang yang. Let Nicole do all of that. But I need y'all to do all the like Kimberly does her signature leg lift. I need y'all to do all of that. Stick to the dancing, be the background dancers, and it's just me as a thing because that's initially what that was when Pussycat Dolls first started out. I remember when they was at the Viper Room and they had this ongoing thing where it was the burlesque dancers and you had a girl come in and sing in the front. You had Fergie, you had Gwen Stefani before she went and got seduced by that Halo app, then and became like a psychotic Jesus freak, her new grift. And then you had so yeah, it was Fergie, Gwen Stefani, Britney Spears, who else? Christina Aguilera, Pink. Like there was always a lot of the girls from that time that would come in and do guest vocals. I even think Avril Lavigne did it at one point. So um that's kind of what that was. And if they would have just stuck to that aesthetic, I think the pill would have been a lot easier to swallow for a lot of people. But the way that Robin went about it, she made it try to seem like they were just your random girl group, similar to like a Destiny's Child. Well, now they pretty much downsized the group to be like Destiny's Child. Because remember, Destiny's Child started out as a quartet and then they eventually became a trio. They kept having a revolving door, but y'all were accepting of that because at the end of the day, you still kept some of the original people. Beyonce was at the forefront, and then of course Kelly was there. But for the most part, Beyonce was the girl in the center. Same thing I feel like with PCD. Nicole is front and center, and you can have all these little interchangeable white girls. I'd rather, honestly, it be a trio than a quartet because I got to split all this extra money with these other broads. And my thing is this: I'd rather have my big percentage than have to get like maybe 2%, and I'm literally out here struggling. Split it amongst the three, and we Gucci. So the rest of the situation goes and says, oh, so they said that also along with this, the new Pussycat Dolls will reissue their albums PCD and Doll Domination on May 8th. The former will be released on vinyl and digital with new and unreleased tracks, while the latter will be available for the first time on 2 LP black vinyl. So they're going to re-release it with new music, unreleased music, and I guess because they want to have a fatter catalog. But I would have just been like, why not take the unreleased music, rework it, and put out a new album? But here's the thing: what got me sold on this, and I'm really hoping I get to work this gig at the when they because the Pussycat Dolls are coming to the Garden, and I was sitting there like, would they be able to sell out an arena with just them? And I definitely need a full on production because I'm wondering how y'all gonna make a show. I mean, it needs a full on. It needs to be a full on pop production. We know Nicole's got the pipe, so she's definitely gonna give. But y'all had me sold when y'all said that Little Kim and Maya's gonna be open in certain dates. I'll definitely want to be there for that. Little Kim's an icon, and I live for Maya because I worked the Queens of R&B tour, and Maya ate down with her performance. So I definitely want to see them two as open acts in select cities. I kind of wish they would be together, but they're not, unfortunately. I'm thinking Little Kim might be doing the New York date. I would at least hope so. And maybe she can come out and do Lady Marmalade since that was kind of the influence behind the whole burlesque situation that they was doing. There was a lot of that burlesque. Well, yeah, because it was based off of Moulin Rouge. That was the song where it was a lot of burlesque in that. So to commemorate the reunion, the group is staging the 53-date PCD Forever tour featuring, as I said, Little Kim and Maya. The first leg of the tour begins June 5th at Palm Desert, California's Acrisure Arena before heading to West Hollywood. Oh, you'll definitely sell out there. You know, the West Hollywood gays will definitely be up in there. And that's for the Out Loud Music Festival, which I would love to go to that. The trio will make stops in Phoenix, Tampa, and New York City's Madison Square Garden before concluding the U.S. portion in Dallas, Texas, Dos Equis Pavilion on August 1st. Then they'll head to Copenhagen on September 9th and tour through Europe and UK before wrapping the tour at London's O2 on October 13th. North American tour tickets will be available on pre-sales starting on March 18th at 10 a.m. local time. General on sale begins March 20th at 10 a.m. local time. Europe and UK early access tickets are available through a mailing list starting on March 18th at 9 a.m. local time. General on sale begins March 20th. Did they say exactly when they're going to be doing the garden? Wait, I may have to scroll down and look at the date because I think I have it. Hold on. Then it goes so on to the other stuff. So they said that, yeah, in the days leading up to the announcement, the Pussycat Dolls teased the comeback by rolling out an updated logo stating PCD Forever on social accounts and their official website. I also have the photo. Hold on, because I'm gonna pull that up for y'all of the actual tour aesthetic. I was like, why did it not? Oh, because they're saying there's something wrong with the file. I was like, oh, this is not the time for y'all to be playing in my face with these pictures. Oh, who knows? Maybe it's too big. That's what she said. All right, so I'll try back in a little bit. But anyway, let's get into yeah, maybe the file's a little too big. But and remember, this wasn't the first time that that PCD ever reunited. They announced the revival in November 2019 and confirmed they had recorded new music with plans to tour the following year. In January 2020, they were featured on a new Megan Trainor song before releasing their comeback single "React" a week later. But after the COVID-19 pandemic began, the tour was delayed until Scherzinger announced cancellation in January 2022 on social media. Soon after, members Jessica Sutter and Karmit Bashar said they found out about the cancellation from Scherzinger's post and were disappointed with how it was handled. The Pussycat Dolls were initially formed in LA back in '95 by choreographer Robert Antin and started the group as a burlesque act. Anton signed a deal with Interscope Records in 2003 to develop the collective into a bona fide music act. The group released its debut album, PCD, in 2005, spawning a string of hits, including Don't Ya, Buttons, and Stick With You. They followed in 2008 with Doll Domination, featuring the singles When I Grow Up and I Hate This Part. I do wonder if those songs that they recorded when they were going to do their first tour, if that is going to um be included on the unreleased music roster. Because I'm like trying to see where. Okay, now I'm looking for when is the Madison Square. Okay, June 20th is when they're supposed to be coming to Madison Square Garden. I gotta find out what day that is. If it's a weekend, I'm more than likely will probably be able to get it. But since we was talking about the Out Loud Music Festival, let's get into it because it's not just PCD that's going to be performing there. And I do like the idea that they're going to be performing, you know, for the gays. See, this is where you have allies done right performing for the gays because they actually care about the community. Not certain people who just want to collect a check by doing absolutely nothing. So, um, they're going to be performing with well, here's what they said about the whole situation. And this is their only LA stop on the newly announced tour, which I think is pretty smart to do it at a gay film festival. I mean, a gay festival, music festival, which I've been saying we definitely need those. Why don't we have like a gay version of Coachella, which would be like, I guess, out what is it, Out Loud Music Fest, but have one. I was gonna say on the East Coast and the West Coast, but I know that we do. I think I forget what is it called, Ladyland. I know we have that for Pride. So anyway, they said our LGBTQ plus fans have been the most passionate since the very beginning to headline Out Loud, sorry, music festival at WeHo Pride and make it our LA stop on tour feels incredibly special, the group said in a statement on Thursday. The city of West Hollywood is an iconic destination for queer culture, and we're so excited to celebrate community that has always celebrated us. So, in addition, to PCD headlining is going to be Jade and Ava Max, which I think is pretty good. And look, Ava Max is working on new music. She's independent. I definitely think there's potential with her where this is the opportunity for her to showcase her personality because she's been accused of not having one. And using that opportunity to push whatever it is that she's got going on and really open herself up to a new audience. So she'll probably hopefully find success there. Jade has been killing it with this album. That's Showbiz Baby, and that's Showbiz Baby the Encore. Been living for what she's been giving us. And she recently announced at the Brits that she is working on new music. So she's already hard at work at album number two, which I think is good because that's an opportunity for you to really have much more music to perform when you're on your tour. Then you get more backup dancers and it gets to be more extravagant. I'm not saying bigger means better, but you get to have more of a creative outlet. And I've been living for whatever everything Jade's been giving us so far. So we have Jade and Ava Max as the headliners. We also have, I don't know who asked for this, but apparently Ashley Simpson is going to be there lip syncing for her life. Confidence Man, who I love. Flo. Then we have Melanie C doing a live DJ set. Blue Man Group. Destin Conrad, who just recently performed at the Garden for, I forget, he performed during the halftime at one of the Knicks games. And Destin, I like him a lot. Like he's a good performer. Hercules and Love Affair, Baby Tate, MNEK, Frost Children, Daya, Countess Luann. Child, she's gonna be there singing "Money Can't Buy You" class. Isabella Love Story, Lydia Knight, Jay Stevens, Aaliyah's Interlude, LSD XOXO. Now I do love LSD XOXO. Tenzo and JoJo, Altego, Leland, Kane Quito, or Kane Koto, Flower, Jesus Christ, these fucking names. Flower of Love, is that how you say your name? Mia Moretti and Luscious Massacre. Well, I know who Luscious Massacre is. There's a couple of names I'm like, who? I would have said Michaela J should have been up there performing, but she can't because Michaela J is about to be in the musical version of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. That is gonna be the queerest Broadway show. I definitely need to get tickets for that. Michaela J gonna be over there with Harvey Guillen and a couple of other people, but also Dr. Frankenfurter is being played by Luke Evans. So I'm like, oh, I definitely need to get to go see that. That and the Lost Boys. That's what I want to go see. So they also said that longtime Out Loud brand ambassadors Ryan Mitchell, Hannah Rad, Arise Wanzer, and Billy Francesca return as hosts. Wait, don't I know who Arise is? Isn't that, wasn't she on that modeling show? She's trans, right? 'Cause I was about to say that I remember who Reese was, but they said we're in the middle of a global pop girl renaissance, and Out Loud stands at the center of it all," said Jeff Consoletti, founder and executive producer of Out Loud, with the Pussycat Dolls headlining alongside Jade and Ava Max's lineup captures where music and culture are right now. It speaks to the cultural power of this community and the global impact the Out Loud stage has built. So tickets will be available. Well, they're already available. It said March 13th, starting at 10 a.m. So if y'all want to go, um, it said that it is going to take place at West Hollywood Park from June 5th to 7th. This be the time I would get my ass on a plane and want to go see this show because it looks definitely like something I would want to go see and be a part of. But I do agree. I do feel like we're definitely in a pop girl group renaissance. And yeah, I don't feel no ways tired about this whole PCD situation. I know people feel a little mixed, whatever, and you have a right to feel that way. I'm definitely curious to see how you all feel regarding this, but I'm definitely curious to see what they're going to bring to this performance. The concert. Hopefully, y'all. I just want to know like how this. I'm just curious about the stage, how many backup dancers are going to have because I'm thinking with the three girls, it's just going to be y'all up there pop locking and dropping it. So some of the hits, I think they might want to have some male dancers. I think that would be a good thing. Instead, now that I think is a good idea. Now that I think about it, have you three, and then just have like maybe six male dancers behind y'all, and then y'all giving like little sexy dances, whatever cases. That might actually look good though. See how y'all work that out. But anyway, I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story? Because it seemed like Pussycat Dolls are going to be relatively busy. Nicole seems to have maybe she worked her situation out with Robin Anson. I did hear there was a story going around. I don't know if it actually happened though. That Robin is so strapped for cash that she's willing to sell, if not have already sold, her share of the PCD royalties or earnings, whatever the case is, her stake in it to Nicole, which I think would be smart because if Nicole is somebody who's been managing the group and having a vision for the group better than Robin, who created Pussycat Dolls, then sell to her, get you a little big payout, and call it a day because you are heavily in debt. So I know this is a lot. I'll definitely bring up more on this as if any more stuff comes out, I'll definitely keep you abreast of the story. But yeah, I definitely want to hear from y'all. So whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments down below.